You heard me.
You heard me.
Welcome to You Heard Me the First Time podcast. My name is Minnie.
I'm Nikki Nicole,
And Lizzie.
and welcome back to another episode.
Pew, 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 pew.
You guys are watching us. We are definitely giving natural girls, natural state,
Hello.
period poo,
Natural beauties.
natural beauty,
Okay.
period.
Period.
Giving natural vibes, all right?
So let's get right into it. You heard me the first time. Make sure you are healed before going into another relationship. I feel like that's one of the selfish things that you can do is, have some things that went on in a previous relationship where you haven't been healed from that, and you bring that over to, a next relationship. And I'm talking about Neyo. Like, Neyo and his ex-wife, he was cheating on her. There was infidelity in their marriage. And, she said all types of stuff about them. Now he has gotten remarried and he is doing even worse, child. Even worse. Because now
I
can't find out allegedly, he has 3 girlfriends and he is living his life, child, as a married man.
I can't respect Neyo ever since I found out that he made his ex-wife get tie her tubes and then remarried and had a baby. Like that, I'm not gonna say he made her, but he helped her decide to tie her tubes or whatever the situation is. He took part of it, and then you remarried and had a child, and like you took that away from her, and then went. Do you know how hurt? I would have been on Channel 7 News. I would have been on Channel 7 News. Like, yeah, I can't respect him. Ever since that, it's just like it really just turned me off. Like, I don't know. And it's like when you think about it, is it like the man or the woman? Because like men, like they play on women hearts sometimes. Like they play on our emotions or sometimes or whatever. And I know people be like, oh, but the woman should know better. Da, 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 da. But when you're in a situation, when you're in a relationship and you're in love, like you see this man on another level of, like you respect him, you love him or whatever, and you value the things that he's saying. There's men out there who take advantage of that. Yeah. Like, and just play on women. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. He would have been 6 feet under.
I'm telling you, I would have been on Channel 7 News. Like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
And, I do feel bad for his current wife because for this to be playing out publicly, and she's hurt because she put a press release on Instagram. Yeah, like, listen, stop sending me videos, pictures. I already know he is a ain't shit nigga. I already know.
But like, in like her situation, right? Seeing how he did his ex-wife, like I'm asking you guys, if you saw how a man treated his ex-wife, would you still give him a chance? Like maybe it would be different with you. Or do you take in consideration like he did it to her, he could probably do it to me?
For me, I feel like I think we might have talked about this on the episode or maybe like our group chat. I have a lot of sympathy for his wife and what she's going through and etc. But I do feel like sometimes we do have to take accountability as women on that end. Like definitely if you're able to see what type of a person the man is ahead of time, because most of the time we don't walk into knowing that this person ain't shit. It just, it just ends up happening that way. But if you're able to sit there and see how he treated his wife, what he did in the past, and you still want to move forward with a relationship, for whatever reason, maybe because he has a lot of money or, finances, then you can't be surprised if he turns around and do the same thing to you. It's like, he's not going to change, basically.
And I think sometimes when you're in it, you don't see the red flags. Like the red flags look green. And
they look like roller coasters.
What? It looks fun. Give me a ticket to that ride. So he probably was telling her or maybe validating the reason why, she's seen certain things. And it's not until sometimes you're actually
That's
in it,
true.
like, this person deceived me. They lied to me. He told me he was this person when he wasn't. And, you want to give somebody the benefit of the doubt and just think they changed, but uh, he needs to be single. Just be
He
single.
needs, yeah, or just live the life that you want to live. You want to have multiple women. Let these women know that you want to have multiple women. Just be honest. Like I
Be
hate when
honest.
niggas like. I hate when niggas like don't even give you the option to say like, okay, I'm good with it, or no, I'm not good with it. Let me go somewhere else.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure in this day and age, you will find a woman who want to have, want you to have different women, or is relationship is definitely different in this day and age. So just be honest. Like be honest with what you want.
And I was actually listening to a podcast the other day, and this girl was in an open relationship. She said, we would have sex with other women together, and he can do his thing. And that nigga still lied. He still lied. He still cheated because whatever is not discussed or agreed upon, or whatever you do behind somebody's back, is considered cheating. And she was like, I seen like text message and he would lie about it. And I'm like, you don't have to lie to me. I think it's like maybe the thrill of, okay, they don't know, or whatever. Because that nigga, you're in an open relationship, nigga, you still cheating.
He's still cheating.
Oh my
Or
god.
maybe they don't want, I think what it is in those type of scenarios is that they maybe don't want the woman to know how much of a hoe they really are. Like they still like
Mm.
they wanted to seem like copacetic, like he still has some type of like values, but in reality he could be a womanizer, but he don't want you to see the womanizer side of him. He just wants you to see like the okay, he could communicate and tell me that he has others, but it might be more to the story than that. So
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Child, these are shit.
Mm.
How do you have it your way and still cheat?
Crazy.
Okay.
So let's talk about it. We haven't been here in a while, but there was a viral accident that happened with a nurse in California. And allegedly, it was told by her friend that she was drinking, and she had an argument with her boyfriend at the time, and she wanted to commit suicide, and that was the cause of the accident. But after tests was done, she was not intoxicated. There was no alcohol found in her test. And it's also been reported this is her 13th accident. Now people are saying that she was a nurse and she's seen many things, and maybe they could have got her help if she complained about it to her job. Minnie, what are your thoughts on this?
First, like my condolences to all those innocent people who lost their life
Mm,
to someone else's stupidity.
mm,
Like it was just, I feel like okay, prayers for her. The fact that you want to commit suicide, that is like something very extreme. But if you want to commit suicide, why take other people's life with you? That's the hurtful part. Like it's already sad enough that you're to the point where you feel like you want to commit suicide, but then to bring pain to others in the midst of it, it's
mhm.
just like it's like to another level. It's just very hurtful. Like when the whole situation happened, it's very hurtful, and then to find out it was behind a guy, it was just even more hurtful because it's just like, woman, like we should not allow a man to get us to the point where we feel like we want to take our life. Like we should not allow anyone to have that much control over our emotions to the point that we feel as if I don't want to be on this earth anymore because
Mm,
this man or this person don't want to be in my life. I don't know. People I know there's people are trying to say like mental health issues or whatever it may be, but I just feel like the fact that you decide to commit suicide and take other people's lives with you, I have no sympathy for you. I'm just so sorry. I just don't have no sympathy for you. Like a child, you took a child life, an
yeah.
infant life, a mother to be, an old lady or whatever, and you survive at the end of the day. You didn't even like, you did that and you didn't even,
because she's gonna have to live through this. She's gonna have to live through this
Yeah.
nightmare that she has created. Like, you took children and innocent people's life, because I understand mental health affects people differently, and because you have a mental illness, you can't think logically, right? But this woman was an educated woman, and she was operating in an active nurse. I think at some point you have to take accountability to be like, I need to put my mental health first before I do something stupid, because she can still operate with daily tasks, is what I'm trying to say. So I understand mental health does not allow you to think logically in some senses, and certain things may trigger you where you have an out of body experience. But if you're operating at some type of level, you have to take accountability that you have to go get help. Period.
But this is where I get so frustrated with the whole mental health thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's like every time a person makes a mistake and the mistake is so severe, or it's like it's really bad, the first thing everyone says is like they experiencing mental health issues. It's just like, I need a better understanding what mental health is, because if every time a person make mistake and it blows up in the media and everyone scream mental health, it starts to sound like an excuse to me at this point.
In regard to that, I think that it was really sad what happened. I'm sorry, y'all. No, but I think it is really sad what happened, and I believe that she does need to face consequences. I think she needs to spend the rest of her life in jail. The fact that she ruined so many people's families, and once again, and her actions wasn't even completed because she didn't even take her life, and nobody, and she shouldn't want to once again take her life either. It's just really sad, and she should be able to function and realize before this happened, okay, maybe I need to switch careers, maybe I need to take a break, my life is becoming too stressful, and she should have addressed it before she sat there and committed something so heinous. And once again, she needs to be locked up underneath the jail for what she did.
And I just want to say, like, just going back to what I said as far as like, women, we should not allow a guy to get us to that point, because at the end of the day, when we do our stupid shit or whatever, they're on to the next person, right? That same weekend when she did that, I had read that a lady set her man on fire because she was upset. Now she's gonna be in jail for the rest of her life. And then another woman had allegedly stabbed another woman to death because of a man. And these men are moving on with their life, and you are stuck. You are not stuck in jail for the rest of your life, or you're probably like, you're probably dead because you decided to commit suicide, for a man who is gonna move on and not even think twice about you. So it's just like, whatever you have to do, and I don't know if it's considered healing or if you realize that you're getting to that point or whatever you have to do, like, do what you need to do where you won't jeopardize your own life for the sake of a man. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
Yeah. And like many stated earlier, we don't know enough about mental health. I think everybody deals with mental health differently, and it looks different on everyone. But if you're listening to this or you're watching this and you feel like, something is not wired correctly, and certain things trigger you, there is a lot of resources. And sometimes as people, even us, I know we spoke about therapy, and we talk about, oh, we got to get into therapy, and then you brush it off, you look into it, and whatever. But do not sacrifice your mental health, because your mental health or mental issue doesn't have to be like, okay, committing suicide, but it can be lashing out on your child, and bringing trauma into your child's life or trauma into others people's life in different ways. It can look different on other people. So if you know that I think everybody should be in therapy in some type of capacity, but if you know that you're dealing with something mentally, then actually go get the resources to go, help yourself. Yeah, so we're gonna change, the topic real quick. We're gonna get into our main topic. We're talking about dating rules. We hit the rule a little bit with Neyo, and making sure that you heal before you get into another relationship. But when you're actively dating, do you think it's okay to date more than one person at a time, Lizzie? Or are you just do you want to just date that one person, get to know them, and see how it works?
Me personally, like I can't focus on too many like people, so somebody's gonna always feel like left out. But I do think it's okay. I wish I was like one of those people that can like just openly date and talk to like numerous people and figure out exactly what I want. But I'm too like I would just hindsight whoever I like the most is just gonna get all my attention, and everybody else is gonna like basically just fall to the wayside. But I definitely think it's okay to when to date and talk to multiple people at the same time.
If I'm dating, I am talking to multiple people. Do not put all your eggs in one basket or whatever. Because like when one nigga mess up, you have another one to fall back on. Like you're dating. And I get what you're saying, Lizzie, because I know once I will start feeling my boyfriend like, oh, y'all niggas are dead. So I get what you're saying. But when you're dating, like just try your best not to put all your eggs in one basket. Because this one guy may be looking good right now. And then all of a sudden he switch up on you, and then you don't drop all your niggas. Like, no.
Yeah. And I definitely
need them all.
With the way that this dating pool is right now, I just feel like you can't just put your eggs in one basket. You do have to like kind of talk to multiple people because we getting played out here.
It's very slim out here.
Hello, the pickings is slim and we getting played. So I do think you need to like test the waters and see,
So how many?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I just want to say something about that, and I agree with you, Minnie, that you have to, when you're dating, that doesn't mean you have to sleep around with everybody, or you have to be intimate. But trust me, I know how many times have we dated a man, it didn't work out, and all of a sudden he on a gram, or you see him on a date with another woman. Like they always have multiple options. And I was like you, Lizzie, like, if I'm dating somebody, I want to get to know you to the full capacity. Like you my bae at the time. I like you. I'm feeling you. And if it don't work out, then it doesn't work out. But I do think you should actively date, have options Monday through Friday, and just see what works and what don't work.
I agree. Like I agree. I remember at one point I had like 5 different niggas texting me good morning. Like it's okay. Like it's okay. Like when you're dating seriously, like what's it, serial dating? Like date multiple people, like and like you wean them out. Like this one doesn't work, this one work, or whatever. And when you drop one, try to pick up another one. Okay.
So when do you guys, with that being said, when do you guys feel like you get to the point where you're being like a womanizer or like a quote unquote like man eater? Like when do you think it becomes to a point where it's like too much, or could it be too much if you are actively dating?
No,
you're dating. You're in a relationship.
It's different if you feeding niggas lies and you be like, you know what, I really like you. I ain't seen nobody else. You don't even have to tell him that you're dating other people if the discussion doesn't come out, because that means he gonna be out here wilding again. So
so y'all think it's okay?
Give him your card. Just be like, I like you. I want to see where this goes. But that doesn't mean that we're committed.
So y'all think it's okay, let's say, for a guy to be dating 15 different women?
15 is extreme.
But that's what I'm saying. So what's the limit? What's the limit?
No. If you know 15 different women, something wrong with you.
Okay, so that's the question I'm trying to ask. What's the limit? What's too much?
3.
So like how many niggas is too much? You trying to say?
Yeah, like basically how many niggas is too many niggas?
If you can handle all 15, you good. If you can make it work with all 15, ain't nothing wrong with it.
I think you should.
So Minnie said as long as you're able to balance it all, you could add as much as you want to your roster.
I think you should have 3 active and 2 non-active. The non-active ones are the ones you send text messages on the holidays. Merry Christmas, how you doing? Happy
birthday.
And the 3 actives is the ones that, good night, good morning.
You're going on dates with.
What you doing? Da, da, da. So have 3 actives, 2 non-actives.
I like that.
I like that too. I like it over yours, Minnie.
Listen,
unlimited roster.
If you can handle them all, you handle them all or whatever. But you can't because some people can't, like you say, like some people can't handle 3. Says whatever you can manage. If you can manage 15 niggas, okay, sis, do what you gotta do. Okay, have them on payroll for real.
So Minnie, you are a relationship girl. So when you were dating, when did you find it appropriate to tell your other niggas, that hey, stop calling, stop texting, or did you just block them?
Honestly, it's not until I got in a relationship. Like when we like got into a relationship, I'm like, okay, I'm dropping my niggas. Like I probably wasn't active with them, like actively going on dates, actively texting them all the time. But like they hit me up, I was like, I'm not gonna ignore them or anything like that. I'm still in, I'm still dating. Like we haven't made it.
You don't want to do anything prematurely. Like I've done
exactly. Like you don't want to do anything prematurely. So it's just like they were still around. Like they were still like, oh, when we're gonna go out, whatever. But I guess my focus wasn't fully on them, but I didn't completely drop them until I'm like, hey, I'm in a relationship, until I actually got into a relationship. Until it was official. Like, bitch.
The contract was signed.
Okay, like he not dropping all his bitches until we get in a relationship. Why should I drop, Like, no. We gotta play these niggas like how they play us. That is the new thing. Like I feel like women are so loyal, like they started becoming loyal in the dating stage, which that's okay. If that's the route you want to go, that's fine or whatever. And you can still be loyal in the dating stage and still have friends.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but it's just like, it like they do it or whatever. Why can't I do it? Like, if they're dating around and they're picking and choosing who they want to date and who they want to whatever. I should be able to pick and choose who I want to date and when I want to drop someone. And when I get into the relationship, that's when I be 100% loyal.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I don't think you should drop them until you guys are in an official relationship. Then you could let it go.
Yeah.
So, are you having sex during the dating phase, or you want to wait until you're actually in a relationship with one of these niggas? Are you having sex during dating? I'm not saying you have to have sex with all 15 of them, but
I think ideally you do want to wait until you're in a relationship so it's stable. But do you want to be in a relationship and then cut everybody else off and the sex is whack? Like it's like, okay, we're not compatible here. We're compatible everywhere else, but we're not compatible sexually. Like, does that become a deal breaker, or do you try to maneuver through it? Like,
it depends how much I like the person. Like, if I really like you, if I'm really fucking with you or whatever, and I notice like, okay, the sex game ain't where it's at, I'm willing to give you another chance. Like, I'm willing to like try. But if I notice like, okay, like this is not going anywhere, then I'm gonna just dead that or whatever.
How long are you trying? Because Gia, which is DJ Envy's wife, said 10 years in their marriage.
But that
never had an orgasm.
Love, though. That was her first everything.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm talking about dating, bitch. We don't got no ties. 3 strikes and you're out.
Hey, so of course you're gonna. So sometimes I hear a woman say, "I don't want to teach a man," but I feel like that's not
true. You have
to. Every man is not going to be the same, especially if he's entering a relationship and the woman he was with like it a certain way. That doesn't mean you're going to like it that way. I think there's like a common ground of like good sex, and then there's certain things that you like. That okay, this is what I need.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
But if he's teachable, I'm gonna work with him.
Okay.
If he's teachable. If he's not teachable, if I keep on telling you like right there, don't stop, and you keep on moving, there's a problem. You're not teachable.
Like, okay, so what is teachable? Like so you can tell he got rhythm?
Like, no, like teachable, like he's able to take, constructive criticism. Okay. He's listening to my body language. He's noticing like, okay, she may not like that. Okay, she like this. Listening to my words like, yes, babe, right there, whatever. Or if I get silent, like, shit, I'm not doing. He's teachable. He wants to learn how to pleasure me. So if he's willing to learn how to pleasure me, I'm willing to work with him.
Ladies, get you a teachable nigga.
Okay,
period. I agree.
Get you a teachable nigga. So the question stands, like, you're having sex during the dating stage. Listen.
I feel like if the chemistry I was there, and If it's there, yeah.
Okay. So if you have chemistry with all three,
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but that's why I think you should keep your roster low. I feel like if you feel comfortable enough, whenever you feel comfortable enough with a person to take it to that next level, then by any means, then you should take it to that next level when you both feel comfortable enough. But that's why I say, like, you kind of got to keep, you can't keep a too big of a roster, because if you feeling 3 dudes, then how you gonna really, 3 or 4 dudes, how are you gonna
always one that you like the most? That's
always.
how I feel.
That
There's
is
always
true.
one that you like the most. So I can be like dating 3 different dudes, but it's always one that I like the most, and he's the
But what
one
about if you find one that's a close second?
Then he's just a close second. I'm always like this nigga more than you.
So
like,
you're not. So you won't give it up to the. So you won't give it up to the close second.
If you have 2 calls coming through, and it's the number 1 nigga and the number 2 nigga, and they both asking you out on a date, you go with your number
1. Exactly. You're gonna go with the one that you want to be with the most.
Yeah. My number 2 is if this nigga fuck up one more time, you there. I know you a good man. I know you like me. We got chemistry.
You next in line. You right there in line. But I'm only gonna give it to the one that I like most. Like,
okay.
So y'all not giving it up to
something toxic really quick. And I know they've been in the headlines, and I hate to bring it up again, but I'm gonna have to. Okay, so Sierra, Future, and Russell. I feel like Future was her number 1 nigga. Like, he got that.
Really?
He got that ass for him. Like, Future got a whole bunch of kids by a whole different bad women. I feel like Future, he puts it down.
There's something about him. I say all the time.
He's a gentleman. He has a good career. He didn't have any kids. He treat her right. So once I hate to sound like that person, but yeah, okay, I ain't gonna say no more.
But no, I always say, like, there's something about Future that these women love, because the fact that they're able to ignore that this man has 7 different baby mamas in counting, I think there's more. But if they're able to ignore that
7 that he claimed,
right there, he have good game or whatever. Like, he brings something out of you. He probably bring the best out of you. He probably make you feel good. He probably rub your feet, your neck. Like, Future, he got game. He made these women feel good. And it probably was true. Like, if he did not fuck up, if Future did not fuck up, Sierra will still be with Future.
Absolutely.
If she had a whole baby by him. She's a very smart, beautiful. They was gonna get married. She's smart. She's beautiful. Her body's banging. She's educated. That man was doing something right. It's not until she gave him a chance after he publicly embarrassed her. She went back.
So I know y'all been talking about him too. I don't see it. But did he? Be that number 1 nigga? Because he got multiple women. No, he don't give me number 1 nigga vibes.
He don't
give me number 1. He definitely gives me like the bomb ass side piece. Like, if you could get Diddy as your side piece, like, you're it.
He give me trick vibes. Here goes $100,000. Go take yourself on
Trick Daddy.
No, trick vibes, like tricking. He gonna trick on you.
Oh, I was about to say, God dang. Why you took it there? But no, Diddy, he definitely give me side piece vibes. He don't give me like he's my number 1 nigga. Like, he give me like he's probably my number 3. But I know I'm gonna have a good time with him.
Exactly.
I know we're gonna have a good time if I decide to, like, go there with him or whatever. But
I'm gonna make time for when he calls.
Okay, so let me ask, right? Future, Diddy. I need another person that's who else be up there be playing?
Oh, Nick Cannon.
Oh,
Future, Diddy, or Nick Cannon? Yes. Ooh. Nikki, who? Name your 1 to 3. Future, Diddy, Nick Cannon. 1 to 3.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna say
this is easy. I'm gonna go first because this is easy for me.
No, 3. Okay, Diddy is definitely 3 for me. Definitely 3. Nick Cannon. Okay, damn.
What?
Nick Cannon and Future, they both have they sperm real strong. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna have a
If
child.
that's not on your hand, you get pregnant.
I'm gonna say Future number 1 because Future, he just got that S to him, and you. But the thing is, you know, Future girl, you can spot a Future girl by the trips they go on and the watch they wear.
By the 8.
So I'm gonna say Future, Nick Cannon, Diddy. Lizzie.
I'm not rocking with your list.
I agree.
I'm gonna say I'm Diddy bopping. Number
1.
Diddy got
Diddy got a lot
number.
of kids too.
That's fine. He a billionaire. Diddy's number 1. Then I'm gonna say Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon seemed a little too emotional for me. Like I just need the job done. Pay my bills. Okay. And then I'm gonna
gonna take care of his kids. You're right. Nick Cannon gonna take care of his kids.
He gonna take care of his kids. If he slip up, I know I'm gonna be good. Then I'm rocking with Future last because all I'm gonna get is the AP.
And you know what? I'm gonna have to switch mine up. So it's gonna be Nick Cannon first because I know I'm guaranteed to be taken care of, and my kids are gonna be. He's not gonna disown his kids.
He claimed every last one of them.
Future is second because he got that edge to him. I know he gonna treat me good, but he might just ditch. Like he might just I already fucked you, now I'm gonna dip. And Diddy is number 3 because I'm gonna have a good time with Diddy. I can always count on Diddy. To have a good time. So if my first 2 don't work, I know Diddy's gonna work.
And Diddy don't care if he 1 or 3 because he a good
He don't.
And I love that for us. Diddy.
He do not care at all.
Oh, child.
So okay. Thinking still talking about dating or whatever, right? So when you first meet a guy initially, when you're in the club or whatever, I heard the Breakfast Club talk about this. When a man buy you a drink, okay, and you accept his drink, should you have a conversation with him, or is it okay to walk away from him?
No,
if he buy you a drink and you gonna have a conversation?
I'm gonna have that's the least I can do. I'm gonna have a conversation. That doesn't mean I have to necessarily give you my number if I don't like you or if I don't like the conversation. But if you offer me a drink and I accept it, I'm gonna have a conversation with you. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Lizzie?
No, I agree with that. I'm gonna
no, you don't.
Huh?
I said no, you don't.
No, I really do. I'm gonna at least have a conversation with you because I wouldn't even accept the drink if I wouldn't even, have a conversation with you. So I agree with that.
And
then it's awkward as hell. Like, what you gonna do? You gonna just grab the drink?
Me personally, right? We all have choices. You decide to buy me a drink, and I decide to take the drink, but decide not to talk to you. It's a choice. No one told you to offer to buy me a drink. But now, honestly, me personally, if I know that, if I look at you and I just know that I don't want to have a conversation, or I know that it's not going to go anywhere past it, I'm going to decline the drink. Just so I won't have to, just so I won't feel bad, fuck, nah, I don't accept this drink. Now I'm going to have to sit here and talk to this man, pretend I want to talk to him.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to accept this drink. Yeah, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson with the whole eye contact thing. Making eye contact with the right person. That time when I made the eye contact with the wrong person, and they sat at our table forever, and he said it, he was like, it's because you made eye contact with me. Bitch, it wasn't for you. So I learned my lesson. I'm not gonna put myself in a situation I don't want to be in. Yeah. I'm not gonna take the drink if I'm not interested.
I agree.
Yeah.
Simple.
And then I feel like it becomes awkward. Like, what do you do after you take the drink? If you're not gonna talk to the person, you're just gonna take it and just walk away. I just feel like it's just awkward.
You can.
Nah, if he sent bottle service over, that's a different conversation.
Oh, he got money.
He got money. We are talking about a different league. Sir, here's my number. We can skip the conversation part. Let's just go straight to the number. But you said in bottle service?
All right, so let's get into our listener letter. This is where you guys ask us for advice. You can send us an email at UHeardMeDA, spelled DA.
That's important.
Firsttime@gmail.com. Again, that's UHeardMeDaFirstTime@gmail.com. You can also slide in our DMs on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Now let's get into it.
Let's get it. Okay. Hello, ladies. A mother in need. I'm sorry. Okay. Hello. Okay. Hold on.
Looked on phonics. Let's go.
Okay. Hey, ladies. A mother in need here. So I found out my 17-year-old daughter is having sex. I always thought we had a great and open relationship where she would feel comfortable enough to let me know this was happening. My intentions as a mother was to always create a safe space for her. But what I'm upset about more is that her boyfriend's mother is the one who took her to get birth control. My initial reaction was to call the mother and cuss her ass out, but I know that will create more tension between my daughter and I. But it was completely out of her place to take my daughter to get birth control. What should I do?
Damn.
Okay. Should I go first?
I think you should go first.
Okay. All right. So the boyfriend mother, she probably in her head, she thought she was doing the mother thing. You know, that's what she probably thought. But at the end of the day, that's someone else's child. That is someone else's child. So, it was, she felt comfortable enough to come to you about, getting birth control. But now you as a mother should know how it may feel if it was happening to you. So she should have called her mother and tell her what is going on. Whether she wants to tell her mother, like, hey, let's, do it in secrecy. Like, if you want me to take her, I take her because you feel comfortable or whatever. But before you took that lady daughter to get birth control, you should have consulted with her mother, period. And I always say to myself, like, as a mother, I want to raise my daughter around women that I can trust, right? For example, you guys. So if she's not comfortable enough to come to me and tell me what she's doing, she'll be comfortable enough to go to you guys. And I trust you guys' judgment. But although I trust you guys' judgment, at the end of the day, I am still her mother. I will want you guys to communicate communicate with me. And we figure it out, like, okay, I don't want the trust to be broken between you two. So let's figure out how we can go about the situation, because clearly she trusts you guys enough to tell you guys what's going on in her personal life or whatever. And I would rather her go to you guys than go to someone else, because I wouldn't want to break that trust. But at the end of the day, I will still need the respect as a mother. And I feel like that's the most disrespectful thing a person can do, is not consider me as a mother.
I think you said that very, very well. Obviously, obviously she has a good relationship with her boyfriend's mother, where she felt comfortable enough, or maybe the mother knew that they were having sex and maybe it was her suggestion. We don't know. But once you decided to take her, you should have consulted with her mother in order for her mother to be a part of that process, or to talk to her daughter about different methods that she may want her to be aware of. Yeah, nah.
And just to go back to what the mother said, like, what should she do? You should definitely call that mother. You should definitely call that mother. If you don't want to cuss her out, don't cuss her out. But you should definitely have that conversation with her. And now you have to have that conversation with your daughter, because your daughter gave you no choice. I know sometimes it's so hard it's so hard to, like, you want to create that open space, but at the end of the day, you want to still be a mother. Like, I still want my daughter to feel comfortable to come to me, but I still have to show her, like, I'm still your mother. I'm still the adult, and you're 17 years old. I still make certain decisions that goes on in your life. So I know it's like a tough thing to juggle, and it's like, how do you create that space, but then still be a disciplinary or whatever? It's hard to balance, because I know sometimes I still have a hard time balancing it, because I'm like, well, if I discipline her about something that she tell me, then it's just like, how can, it's a lot to juggle. I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, you need to have a conversation with that mother. Like, you crossed the line. Simple. Cuss her ass out. I would have cussed her ass out. But, yeah.
I feel like the mother crossed the line when she found out that the kids were having sex and didn't go and tell the other mother. I think as a mother, that should have been the first initial conversation that they had. Hey, I just found out that your son and my, your son and your daughter, whatever, are having sex. We need to come together and have a conversation moving forward so that we don't have a teen pregnancy or anything like that. And then we could discuss it, both families, on what contraception can be used and to make sure there's an open line of communication. That is where it should have started from the beginning, not later on with this being found out. So I definitely feel like she should address the mother and have every right to.
Yeah. Cuss her ass out.
Yeah. Like you said, if you don't want to come out of character, then don't, but definitely have a conversation with her. Let her know your disappointments and, the communication that should be had going forward, because that is definitely out of line.
Because if you don't nip in the bud now, if you don't say nothing now, there's so many other things that's gonna happen moving forward that she will decide that she will make the decision before even speaking to you. So no, you say something to her or whatever. You let her know how you feel. And your daughter, tell her. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about these type of stuff. Like,
don't. We got some time.
Yeah, we got time. You don't gotta worry. We're good for right now.
Okay? Y'all better break her up into pieces when she tell y'all. Y'all better grab her. Like, oh, what do you think?
We got time.
Think about that. Again, if you guys need our advice, you can send us an email at UHeardMeDA.
That's important.
Firsttime@gmail.com. Again, this You Heard Me the First Time @gmail.com. Until next time, this has been an episode of You Heard Me the First Time podcast.
My name is Minnie.
I'm Nikki Nicole.
And Lizzie.
Ah.